In this lesson, we're going to learn one of the most important parts of Adobe Premiere Pro, the timeline panel. The timeline is the core of video editing. Everything you do as an editor, cutting clips, arranging scenes, syncing music, adding effects, and building a story, all happens inside the timeline. Once you understand the timeline clearly, you'll be able to edit any video with confidence. First, let's drop a media and in the project panel and sequence automatically creates. You can rename it by double-clicking. A sequence is your actual editing timeline. It contains video clips, audio clips, effects, transitions. Each sequence also has settings like resolution, frame rate, audio settings. And don't worry about sequence. We'll discuss the sequence in detail when we begin editing. A project can have multiple sequences, but only one sequence plays at a time. The timeline is divided into tracks, video tracks at the top, audio tracks at the bottom. Each track has a specific role in building your edit. Video tracks are labeled V1, V2, V3, and so on. Video tracks work like layers. A clip placed on V2 appears above V1. Audio tracks are labeled A1, A2, A3, and so on. Unlike video, audio tracks play together. Dialogue, music, and sound effects can all be heard at the same time. This vertical blue line is called the playhead. The playhead shows where you are in time, which frame is currently active. Whatever frame the playhead touches is shown in the program monitor. All editing happens at the playhead position. Playback controls in the timeline. To play or stop the video, you can simply press the spacebar. Or you can also use the J, K, and L keys, which are the fastest way to control playback. L plays the video forward. J plays the video backward. K stops the video. Press L multiple times to increase playback speed, and press J multiple times to rewind faster. Zooming the timeline helps you edit more accurately. You can use the zoom bar at the bottom of the timeline to zoom in and zoom out. You can also use keyboard shortcuts. Press plus to zoom in. Press minus to zoom out. Zoom in when making precise cuts, and zoom out when arranging clips and reviewing the full sequence. Now move your mouse between two tracks in the timeline. When the cursor changes to a vertical resize icon, click and drag up or down. Drag up arrow, increase track height. Drag down arrow, decrease track height. Track height does not change video size, quality, or duration. It only changes how big or small tracks look in the timeline. Think of it like zooming text size in a document. The content stays the same, only visibility changes. Now let me tell you one more method. Hold Alt key on Windows or Option key on Mac. Then scroll the mouse wheel up or down to increase or decrease the height of the selected track. If you want to adjust all tracks at the same time, hold Shift and scroll the mouse wheel. This increases or decreases the height of every track together. You can also use keyboard shortcuts. Press Ctrl or Command with the plus key to increase the video track height and minus to decrease it. For audio tracks, use Alt or Option with plus to increase the height and minus to decrease it. Snap feature in the timeline. First, let's add the another video. When we add another video clip to the timeline, you'll notice it automatically snaps into place. This happens because the snap feature is turned on. It feels like a small magnetic force pulling clips together. Snap helps clips align with other clips, align with the playhead, prevent unwanted gaps. If you don't want this behavior, you can turn snap off by clicking the snap icon here, or simply press S on your keyboard to toggle it on or off. As you can see, when I bring this clip closer, it overlaps with the other clip because the snap feature was turned off. That's why you should always keep snap enabled. Now let's add multiple clips in a timeline. When we have multiple clips in the timeline, you can jump quickly between them. Press page up to move to the previous edit point. Press page down to move to the next edit point. This is a fast and professional way to navigate your timeline without zooming in and out. Fit all clips in the timeline. Now let me tell you one more very important thing. When you have multiple video clips in the timeline and we've zoomed in too much, you might want to see all the clips at once. To fit everything in the timeline on your screen, simply press the # key. Premiere will automatically zoom the timeline so all clips fit perfectly in view. You can see the video from start to end without scrolling left or right. This is extremely useful when working on long timelines or when you want a quick overview of your entire. And that brings us to the end of the timeline panel, and this is Basic Tools. This is the space where all your ideas turn into an actual video. Don't worry if it feels a little confusing at first. That's completely normal. The more time you spend practicing in the timeline, the more comfortable it will become.